The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Right there.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
Wet
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17.
Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. And an alley to run. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now Haskins to throw it. This is the tight end Fant. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Who's your quarterback?
Whitney Merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd and long.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. On play action, Haskins. He's got his tight end Fant.
Fuck, give me the guy, man.
Inside the
Fuck.
25-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4.
Shit, I'm pressing the fucking button, man.
And that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together watching.
Jesus.
Film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Watson. He's got the hook up to Miller. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6.
Oh, come on, man. Stop.
After the completion, we're going to get a timeout.
What
An injured
the
player.
fuck?
We'll check on his status when we get back.
Straight
Come
bullshit.
up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Damn.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
You're set. You're 18. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go.
From the gun on third, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
It's fourth down.
You there?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. 19. Watch
A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his man Johnson. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the 50, it's Watson. Oh, he stays up.
What the fuck? I threw the ball, baby.
Sack him.
Come on, man.
Of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
I threw the fucking ball, man. You got to let it go, bro. Damn.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. To throw is Watson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Oh, come on!
But he cannot connect. You can tell they were
Good,
open
good,
for a flag
good,
down offensively. Several on the sideline motioning.
Good rush, man.
Hey, why not
That's
penalty?
what
Why
made me
not
give it up
penalty?
too soon.
What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no
Good
flag.
shit.
Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Fourth down, so the Texans dial up the number of their second-year punter, Trevor Daniel, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not into heavy traffic, and it's
Use a pick.
intercepted.
Use a pick.
Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shit, shit. Shit. Come to the court. To the court.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know he ain't got it.
Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun, here's Watson.
Come on!
Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson.
Wow.
They will finally get him, but not until he's
Good
all
pick,
the way
man.
down
Good
inside the
pick.
15-yard line.
Should
They
have
are in
lost.
an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Yeah, this is caught by
On! What the
Touchdown
fuck are y'all doing?
Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good.
Shit.
And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he is swallowed up right
Nobody
at the
can
line
help
of
me.
scrimmage. No
Look at
gain
that
on the
weak
play
ass
that time, and they'll
defense
look to
he had.
convert
Come
on
on,
what will
y'all.
be a 3rd and 4. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Certainly looked
Gotta
like
let the ball. He should have been through that shit, man.
Get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
Closed it. I did.
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. On first down, it's Haskins. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 35-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Haskins. It's caught by Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more
Oh,
is
come on!
running my football team out on the field.
What?
And the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get
How
into
do you
someone
not
that we're
get
going
that?
to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little
How
bit
do
here
you
and
not
try and get
fucking
something
pick
before
that
the
up?
half runs out.
Piece of shit sometimes, man. I'm serious. Just ridiculous.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Shit.
Watson hit by his former teammate Kareem Jackson.
You're trailing,
What the
you're trying to get
fuck?
points late in half. I absolutely understand that.
D-Dog,
But
you
remember,
good, man.
It's all about
You
the
good,
ball.
brother.
And without the ball,
I gotta get-
you can't get those
You
points. They
are
just turned
fucking
it over.
good, man.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field
That's
position
fucked
they
up.
just took over with.
That's fucked up.
Here we go.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check 41. Here we go. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Come on, boy.
Now Watson to throw on 3rd down. And he finds Stills, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Check 59. Got to do better.
Watson with a give to Miller. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Play action for Miller. Now Watson.
Ah, come on! For 91?
Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has
91? Are you shitting me?
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
This bullshit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Bullshit.
From the gun, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Now Haskins. And
He just sat there. He just sat there.
Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw, Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
You. Bang, 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 bang. Joker.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Going for the deep ball. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And it's the Saints that have moved out ahead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll let this thing go for Sanders. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check.
On play action, Haskins. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
38 yards on the play. And the Broncos first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back now in Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And Sanders has got it complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert. Mike, check. 59.
Now it's Watson.
No.
And now here is another interception.
No.
Picked off at the 38. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards. I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Shakes off the sack. Flushed out right. Got him in. He finds Sanders.
Come on, guys.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw Haskins and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Watson. Open man, the tight end falls. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Watson off play action. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Let's go. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup and let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry